Urban legends. An urban legend is a type of folklore. They can be funny, but are usually scary, and are always unusual. They are modern, sound possible, and are close to the teller. A friend of my sister's cousin said that. They're often believed to be true, but are usually not. They can serve as cautionary tales, warning people of potential dangers around them. While they used to be spread orally, as in scary stories told around campfires, they now originate and propagate via the internet and social media. Here are some well-known urban legends from Japan. Jin Menken. Jin Menken, or human-faced dog, are dogs with human faces. They are said to appear in urban areas in Japan. They are sometimes sighted running alongside cars on highways, only to turn back and look at the driver with a human face after passing the car. Legend says that they can talk, but prefer to be left alone. If you approach one, it will most likely say, "Leave me alone!" The modern version of this legend first spread across Japan in 1989. Ghost taxi passengers. This urban legend started in early 1900s but had a resurgence after the 2011 earthquake and tsunami. It is said that taxi drivers report picking up passengers soaking wet and cold who disappear from the back seat before reaching their destination without exiting the taxi, leaving behind the fare, a glove, or just a puddle of water. Although the drivers then have to cover any unpaid fares, a lot don't mind, out of respect for the dead. Aka manto. Aka manto, or red cloak, is an urban legend about a red-clad being who appears in public restrooms and asks people a question, most commonly to make a choice. Would you like red toilet paper or blue? Either answer results in the person's death, so people should ignore the question and run away. This legend has been dated back to the 1930s, possibly originating in Osaka before spreading to the rest of Japan over time. Kisaragi Station. Kisaragi Station is an urban legend that started in 2004 on the 2-channel message boards in Japan. A user, later identified as Hasumi, posted that she woke up on a train and everyone else was asleep. This was supposed to be her usual commute, but the train was moving in an unknown direction, and the driver and conductor were unavailable to assuage her concerns. She made the post to seek advice from other forum users. An hour later, the train arrived at Kisaragi Station. It was now late at night. Hasumi got off the train, but the station was deserted. Ignoring users' advice to escape, Hasumi decided to look around. She failed to find a taxi, but located a payphone. She called her parents to pick her up, but they couldn't. Kisaragi Station didn't appear on any maps. She next called the police, but they thought it was a prank. Suddenly, a bell began to toll, and a drum beat could be heard. Hasumi climbed down to the tracks to escape, but a voice called out, "Hey, don't walk on the tracks, that's dangerous!" Hasumi turned and saw a man with only one leg, who immediately vanished. Hasumi panicked and started to run along the tracks, but fell and hurt herself. Hasumi got up and continued running along the tracks to a tunnel. When she reached the end of the tunnel, she found a friendly man who offered her a ride home. It was unusual for this time of night, but Hasumi had no other options and agreed. They returned to Kisaragi Station and boarded the train. The train continued deeper into the unknown, and the man no longer acknowledged Hasumi and ignored her completely. Hasumi made one more post on 2channel. "My battery's almost run out. Things are getting strange, so I think I'm gonna make a run for it. He's been talking to himself about bizarre things for a while now. To prepare for just the right time, I'm gonna make this my last post for now." Hasumi never posted again and vanished without a trace. Toire no hanako-san. Toire no hanako-san, or Hanako of the toilet, is an urban legend about a little girl who haunts school bathrooms. Dating back to the 1950s, this story has its origins in children's dare games. You must enter a girl's restroom, knock 3 times on the 3rd stall, and ask if Hanako is there. Hanako might reply, "Yes, I am." Then a hand may appear, and Hanako will try to drag you into the toilet. Hanako made her film debut in 1995's Toire no Hanako-san. Teke Teke. Teke Teke is an urban legend about the ghost of a high school girl whose body was cut in half when she was struck by a train. She now haunts urban areas and roams train stations at night. She has lost her lower half and carries herself along using her arms. As she moves, her elbows and torso make a scraping sound. Teke! Teke! Legend says that if she catches you, she will kill you in the same manner that she died. In one version, the girl's name is Reiko Kashima. She died as per the legend, but if someone hears her story, Reiko will appear to that person within 1 month. She wants to know where her legs are. One safe reply is, on the Meishin Expressway. Another is to say the phrase, Kamen Shinin Ma, or Mask Death Demon. The beginning of each Japanese word spells her name. Ka, Shi, Ma, Kashima. A film version was made in 2009, Teke Teke, and a sequel followed later the same year, Teke Teke 2. Kuchisake-onna. Kuchisake-onna, or slit-mouthed woman, is a famous Japanese urban legend. She is often described as being very tall, with long black hair and pale skin. Despite wearing a mask that covers the lower half of her face, she appears very beautiful. According to the legend, the woman was mutilated during her life, with her mouth slit open from ear to ear. She wears a mask to cover this. Perhaps living, or perhaps a spirit, it depends on the version of the legend. The woman wanders the streets. If she encounters a person, she will ask them, "Am I beautiful? Watashi kirei?" If the person says no, she will kill them. But if they say yes, she will remove her mask and ask, "Even now? Kore demo?" If the person says no or screams, she will kill them. If the person says yes, she will carve their face to look like hers, so they can be beautiful too. Some ways to survive include A. Telling her at the start that you have no time and apologizing before leaving. B. Saying that she looks average. And C. Giving her hard candy. While some say that this legend originated between the 17th and 19th centuries, others believe that this legend started in the 70s, possibly 1979. Tales of a woman who would slice open people's faces spawned a nationwide panic that year, which resulted in children being escorted to school by adults. This was referenced in the novel Ring and the 1998 film version. Kuchisake-onna has appeared in numerous films, anime, manga, and video games. A recent example is 2007's Carved, The Slit-Mouthed Woman, Kuchisake-onna. 2 related films were released in 2008. Come back later. There is more to come. Thanks for watching. See you next time.